I am very happy today to be free of welding. All the welding for the bus is done, the structural stuff to lift the roof, and that was a major challenge. Since physically lifting the roof last week, we loose fitted all of the aluminium posts, bracketing and corner plates, and ground the solid sections down to a point so the welder could get full penetration welds on every piece and ensure maximum strength. And now, with the basic framing in place, we can start to see how she's going to look. Welders just arrived. Start to shore up that roof raise that we did. The process of ensuring structural welds in the framework turned out to be a significantly larger task than I had expected. The welder had to refine and adjust his methods in order to attain full penetration welds in the thick solid bar, and also be able to weld the much thinner extrusions without blowing through them. He ended up bringing his most powerful MIG welder out of his workshop, along with the generator to power it for the thick stuff, and then he used the more refined and less powerful TIG welder for the thinner sections, while all along being delayed with both wind and rain over a week. And then, to add insult to injury, we had 2 incidents back to back. Well, I'm counting my blessings right now. Other people would say differently, but we just had a fire in the bus. Literally welded a tiny piece up there. All of this was covered up with leather, and there was a fire on the seat right there. No idea how it got through all the leather that was covering all of that up, but I'm just grateful I saw it. Okay, so let me fill you in on my dilemma, and it's quite a decent one. We've cut out the back of the bus for the bedroom slide, and consequently the back corner of the bus has lost its structural integrity to a degree and has dropped. I need to I need to strengthen that, push it back up into the correct place and strengthen it so that it has the integrity that we require, so that when we're driving down the road it's not going to be an issue. It looks like it's going to be a fair bit of work to do with cross bracing off the chassis and undoing the welds that we've already put on, and there's substantial welds in this aluminium to brace it all. So unfortunately it looks like I've braced it in the fallen position where it's dropped down. It's now been strengthened in that drop down position, and what I need to do is push it back up. So cut the welds off, push it back up and re-weld it in the correct position. A quick consult with the engineer advising what he needed, and I had what I needed. Well, I'm pretty happy. I've just cut through the back corner of the bus all these welds that we had in there, and it's immediately popped back to where it should be. So now I can just straighten up this piece that we've put in, and I'll re-weld it all back together with the jack that's under it. I've got the jack in under there holding it up where it should be, and then I know it's going to be right. We're going to brace it all up and make sure that this little beauty goes back together the way it should be. With that, I finished cutting out the bad bits, and in the end it only took 4 or 5 hours to remove and reposition the aluminium in the correct jack position and then re-weld it in. Then, finally, before removing the jack, I braced the entire back corner off the chassis to the engineer's specification, and voila, perfect. Well, as much as I've enjoyed walking around in the bus, it's time for the flooring to come up. We've got to pull all the flooring up because of a number of reasons. Firstly, it's very bouncy. It is only a 12mm floor, and it's got a lot of spring in it, so we're going to pull it up for that reason. In addition though, we've got water tanks going along the full length in here, which will come out wider than the current sunken aisle, so we need to get the flooring up so that we can spread that out a bit wider, go out to the chassis rails. In addition, we've got to lift the entire floor up by about 50mm. It was the easiest option to lift the floor rather than to change where the bins will open from, because with these slide outs, the slide outs need a gap between the top of the slide out and the bottom where the overlap will go of a certain size, so I couldn't bring the floor down lower. So without adjusting the bins, that is, and that's a major job. So instead we'll lift the floor up. It'll give us the ability to put those water tanks in there without sacrificing too much bin space underneath, and we've got plenty of height now, so it didn't matter to us whether we lifted it 350 or 400mm in the height. So we've gone the 400mm, and that will allow us to bring the floor up the extra 50mm without sacrificing anything further. So let's get into it. Dad offered his help again today, which was ideal because this really turned out to be a two-person job.
Thanks for all your help, Dad.
That's okay. Just hate having to get up and down and around and over and under, and it's a bit different to working on a bench.
Mm-hmm. Obstacle course. Oh. Well, the more time goes on with where we're at with this build, I kind of just step aside, because in the time it'd take them to explain what needs to be done, they could have done it. And it's very manual, physical labour, as you can see, and I'm not unique at it. I keep reminding myself, though, that I'm not unique in any of this. And Dan and his dad just have this synergy where they just work together so well, and they barely need to communicate. They just know each other's next move and what needs to be done, and they've always worked together, you know, so it kind of feels good to stay out of the way and just let them do their thing.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of weld before the ply gone in.
That way through.
Yeah, so you got to get rid of the ply first.
Yep. Yep. Okay, so big freshwater tank here, or under here actually, and then our drinking water tank, which will only be about that tall, on top of here, and then our grey water tank in here.
A long time since I sat in front of the lens and had a little download about this experience, and the last few weeks I have felt really rather detached from the build. All the aluminium welding, although the welder was brilliant, we had a lot of high winds on the Gold Coast and a lot of things just didn't go to plan. So yeah, there was what we thought was going to be a day to a day and a half's work took weeks, and a lot more money, like 5 times more money. So I've felt detached for the simple fact that it's been a lot of aluminium and metal work, a lot of really dirty work, and it's just not my forte. There's nothing unique about this, like nothing that I'm unique at with this, rather than the tidy up, the clean up, sorting and arranging. I'm not unique at anything that we're doing here, so it can be overwhelming when you just want to contribute and get stuff done. So yeah, it's probably important to mention, because people, you know, us included, we did not realise how much was actually involved in this. It's such a big job and it's taking so long, it feels. And at the same time, it's like every single job we do, we just have to focus on that one job. So when I'm like grinding metal welds and things like that, it just feels like it takes forever and we're getting nowhere. However, everything that we do is part of the job, so we are getting somewhere, and it's just not as I guess enjoyable as the demolition. The demolition for me was so cool because we just, you know, it was just ripping things out, chucking things out, you know, really getting to know this vessel, getting to know the bus, and really feeling everything about her. And now she's down to the bare bones, and I have felt really overwhelmed. I've actually felt afraid that we've just gutted her too much and that she's not going to be stable and she's not going to be happy on the road for us. And you know, that sort of freaked me out for a little bit, and then I don't know, I'm just surrendering to what is and recognizing that she is so strong and that everything that we are doing to her will hopefully she'll enjoy too, and we love her, so yeah, it's going to be great. Okay, so today is the day we drive the bus for the first time, try to get these airbags to come up. As you can see, we're riding real low on the back wheels there. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
This is pretty crazy, driving around in a bus with no floor and no walls. But she needs to have some steam blown off. She's been worked at for so long, so hard, and she deserves a little run.
What you doing?
Sorting out our kitchen.
Our kitchen?
Yeah, come check it out. This is everything we're not taking.
Oh, okay.
We have so many beautiful things. So I chose the little wine stopper that we bought in Cinqueterra.
Nice.
There's a thingy for you downstairs. There's the aerator. And there's one oil thingamabobby.
So we're just down to the bare essentials.
That's
then.
it. Yeah. What we are taking into these boxes here, so wooden kitchen utensils.
And if we run out of firewood, we can burn the utensils.
Or we could burn your bike gear, you know.
No, okay, that's not going to happen. This discussion is over.
I have no idea what I just said.
It's good.
Flawless.
Where's the towel that was on it? It's outside. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Still smoking. Wow. Wow.